Welcome back over to the R44 YouTube channel. Today we have Barry's M3 Touring. If you're fond of the channel, you'll know this vehicle. It's heavily modified. It's got pretty much everything we offer from that warehouse is on that car. It's got OEM CS M4 lights, got Alpha N hood, fenders, got SP2s, it's got twin fin ducts, it's got so much stuff. It's stage 2 plus, it is fast, it's comfortable, it's everything. But this car didn't have one of the key tick boxes that probably no one ticks nowadays when they're speccing their car from factory, and that is quite a high ticket price item. So let's get into the workbench and let's have a little look about what we're gonna do today. I mentioned a tick box when you're speccing your car from factory, and that tick box was ceramic brakes. It's very rare to see it, especially on M3s. As you go into the M5s and the kind of higher end cars, you see them a little bit more often, but if you're speccing it from factory, you've got unlimited money, you're gonna do that. But let's get into something even more exciting. MMX is an aftermarket parts specialist, and they've recently released a full carbon ceramic conversion for your M2, 3, and 4 G8X platform, which it's pretty intense, it's pretty cool, and it's super light. So this is it. It's a full direct replacement disc. We have some aftermarket pads as well, which we'll go into in a bit more detail in a moment. But these discs literally directly replace your current discs on your car. You do not need to change anything else apart from the disc. But of course, when you change a disc, you need to do the pads at the same time. We're going to go into the pros and cons of the carbon ceramic brake conversion in a moment, but let's talk through what we're installing at the same time. So, pad choice. There's not a great deal you can do on the ceramics, but little fun fact, I've been running the MMX ceramic disc on a G87 M2 for almost a year now. It's pretty much, it must be almost a year since we were installing them here, and we've been running the RSL29 Pagid pad. If you know about this pad, it is quite an expensive pad, but an extremely good one. You can run it on a steel brake and a ceramic pad disc at the same time. Well, not at the same time, because you'd have to have two discs, but you can run it on either. But yeah, I've been running these firsthand, as well as MMX did all the development on these ceramic discs with this pad. So we know it's a proven bit of science and a proven bit of source, so it will make your car stop. So we've got a full front pad set, a rear pad set. If you're looking to just upgrade your steel brakes, really look at this. This you can fit to any steel brake setup, and you are literally going to stop so well. Just the main thing is make sure you bed in your brake pads correctly, and there is a little install or a little guide inside the box. But let's go into a little bit more things. Brake lines. We're going to swap out the standard kind of rubber brake lines to braided hell lines. On our website, you'll see there's hell lines and there's loads of colors. The colors are special order, slightly longer lead time, 2 to 3 weeks on average. If you're lucky and it comes any sooner, then that's great. Otherwise, this clear transparent, so you can still see the metal, it's got a clear transparent kind of cover on it. These are always in stock. That's our promise. We try and keep these on the shelf. So if you want braided brake lines, go for these. You've got a set for the front, set for the rear, and then fluid. We're going to flush the fluid at the same time. There's no point investing all of this money and then keeping your BMW fluid that's done 15,000 miles. So we're going to put some Motul 660 fluid. This is pretty much like 70% there in terms of like performance. But if you really want to go for something a little bit crazier, look at our Castrol SRF fluid. Throw it there. There's something I act like I don't know, but yeah, that's it. So let's go into a little bit more about the pros and cons of running ceramic discs. We're rolling. So let's run you through the pros and the cons of ceramic brakes from a high level overview. So this obviously on my right is the ceramic brake. First thing first is a floating kind of assembly. So you've got these pins or these fittings that are going to connect the bell to the disc itself. With these ceramic discs, the kind of biggest pros, obviously, you've got a weight advantage. We can go through the advantages from a stock G80 rear disc compared to an MMX rear disc. But the main kind of key things that we like are brake fade, getting pretty much it's eliminated. You can't really get it. You're going to really boil the fluid before you boil the disc of such. You're not going to be able to warp it. And if you do wear it out, you can actually re-skim them. So you can get a little bit more value out of the actual disc itself. So they're the key things. And that's why you see them on like the GT cars, the Porsche GT cars, and obviously racing. You see them more in like higher end race cars. A lot of steel brakes are still used in like British touring car, just because probably the cost, the consumables, etc. But yeah, super nice bit of kit. The MMX bits are all anodized nicely on the faces. Make sure when you're cleaning your wheels, when you run these, just don't use anything too abrasive. I would just use just a normal degreaser. I wouldn't use any chemicals. So let's go into a bit of the weight saving. So I've got a scale here. It's completely at 0 now. Let's start with the ceramic. Sorry, the batteries aren't the best and the warehouse have destroyed these. So 3.1 kg for the ceramic. 8.2 from the steel. So you're pretty much, per disc is almost double the weight of the ceramic. So yeah, it's that simple. Just spend the money, buy them. They're in stock, they're ready to go. But anyways, let's get these installed. Let's show you how they look. And then, yeah, I guess we've got to go to the Nürburgring or something and put them to their paces, but I'm not sure. But anyways, for now, we're just going to get them installed. We'll get them bedded in for Barry and hand the car back, and he can start enjoying. And actually, the biggest thing, the biggest pro, is you're not going to get brake dust because you're not wearing away, you're not getting any corrosion. Normally, after cleaning your car, your brake discs look something similar to this. You go down the road, you brake, the red dust goes all over your wheels, it looks horrible, and then the BMW pads just disintegrate into your wheels and you have to clean them every day. With ceramics, you're not going to get any of that. You're going to get a small bit of dust from the RSL 29s, but what can you do when you're stopping that good? Love this car. Stage 2 Plus, obviously it's running pretty much stage 2 now on pump fuel, but it's so smooth. What a car. Even just the interior here, it's got like all the shift trims. So on the gear selector it has a carbon overlay. Probably you're not going to be able to see anything, and all you want to know about is brakes, but I must say, what a great bit of kit this car is. So yeah, ceramics, first impressions. So I'm now driving actually 2 days after the installation. So Dylan's driven it home, driven around a little bit, and just kind of got used to the car to make sure there's no issues. We're also dialing in a few bits on the suspension. And yeah, feedback initially, super smooth pedal, so not like too bitey, no noise, no feeling back through the pedal, but you're really asking, you're really installing a really high performance brake solution, and then you're driving on the street to do a review at this moment in time. So there's not much I can really say to you guys. Just don't expect to be able to jump in and drive as fast as you want to, or you might be used to, like you are on a steel brake. With a ceramic, you need to remember to warm them up, or allow them to naturally warm up by driving. That is probably the biggest thing with the ceramic. You don't get the instant bite, so that's a big thing to be aware of. But second that temperature does go up, mate, these brakes are crazy. Dylan said that they're just insane once he kind of got up to speed and got some heat into them. But standard stuff, you want to kind of bed in that pad, get that top layer of the pad off. And yeah, so far so good, but the pedal feels really nice. We've obviously done the hell lines and the brake fluid, and the pedal just feels really sturdy. You've got straight on the brakes, super smooth, no bad feelings. But yeah, that's it. But yeah, if you want to book yourself in for ceramic brake conversion, I know a lot of our customers are definitely going to be wanting to do it to kind of save on the dust and like the kind of negatives that you get with the steel brake discs. So like the rust, the dust, and just the overall noise of the squealing. You don't get as much squealing from a ceramic because you just don't get those noises from the friction. So yeah, that's it. Anyways, like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and we'll see you on the next one. Car back to Barry to go enjoy over the winter, and I'm sure we'll be back pre-track season, and we'll get it out and have some fun with it. But yeah, wow, the KWs we've just been dialing in the KWs, and it feels so much better. It's crazy what a little adjustment on the rebound can do. But straight away you feel it on the road.